Damn Opinion, where fact, fiction, logic, lewdness, history, and humor combine for pure chaos. DamnOpinion.com.
So let's get into it.
Here we go now.
Okay, so I'm looking for old commercials because I want to see what the world thought back then.
Well, there was no internet.
Well, right. But I thought to myself, would this commercial actually be something that would sell more of the product, or would it turn people off from actually doing it? And I found it interesting because
I'm Michael Jordan. McDonald's restaurants have given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about: kids. Kids are the reason McDonald's sponsors their Get It Straight program, a national drug awareness effort. Think about this. Many of you using drugs out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18, you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using drugs, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use drugs, you can just about be anything you want to be. Listen, you got at least 3/4 of your life to go. That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help. McDonald's wants you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
okay, so that's Michael Jordan promoting stop doing drugs at McDonald's. Because if you're 18, you've already lived 1/4 of your life. But if you keep eating Big Macs, you're going to live to be 100.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me.
Keep spending your money with us for the next 100 years.
Yeah, here's what's telling me. What's going to be quicker? The cocaine you're doing or the quarter pounders you're eating?
Yeah.
What's going to take you out faster? I think he went from here to Air Jordans. I think that was a smarter move.
Yeah.
My favorite commercial I found, though, overall, which is one that probably everybody should listen to in high school or maybe even junior high, is this fantastic one that they came out for toys for young kids, especially girls. Let's take a listen on this one.
It's new Teen Mommy Darcy.
She has a baby, no job, where will she stay?
Teen Mommy Darcy comes with her own tiny trailer.
Teeny tiny trailer, no child support, welfare checks, long unemployment lines.
Hello, is Teen Daddy Darren there? That number's disconnected. Oh no!
New Teen Mommy Darcy.
New Teen Mommy Darcy comes with diapers and 24-hour crying baby Darcy. Teen Daddy Darren not available.
Is that a real product?
That's not a real product.
I didn't think so.
But I just thought to myself, that is not far off real life.
That's Teen Mom, whatever season they're on. Teen Mom 10, whatever it is.
I love it. No,
People are trying to beat a Teen Mom.
Why?
I was out, and these girls were talking, and I overheard the girl. She was young. I can't wait to be a teen mom.
A team mom.
Teen.
No, teen,
not
teen
teen mom. Oh,
Teen.
okay.
They were young girls. Can't wait to be a teen mom.
Well,
I want to have a baby right now. And the girl's like 16.
Well,
Why?
because
They don't understand. They
Yeah,
truly
they don't
can't
get it.
understand.
Your brain is not developed at 16.
have you also ever met a person named Darcy that was super successful? No, I mean, no offense. If you are Darcy, that successful Darcy, give us a call. Send an email.
You may be the only one.
to Damn Opinion.
I can only think of Darcy from Married with Children.
and
Oh,
that's
the neighbor's wife.
neighbor.
Yeah, the neighbor's wife, Darcy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, when you think of Darcy, you think of Teen Mom. That's a perfect name
In a
for
single
a teen
wide
mom.
trailer.
I hate to say this, but yeah, I'd love to get all the Darcys to email us. Please, Darcy, come on and email.
Bill is going to get all the hate mail. I love Darcy's.
Oh, I do too. I love them.
I don't know any Darcys, I don't think.
Just because you're not a CEO of a company doesn't mean I don't love you. I'm just saying I don't see a lot of success with that name. That's all.
Wow.
Let's look.
The most successful Darby.com or
Darby?
Darcy.
You can't even say it.
I've
It's
never
so
met
bad.
a really successful Darby either. Darby and Darcy.
There was Darby O'Gill and Little People. That's a really old movie from Disney.
That's a name that you really don't hear anymore.
Darby?
No, Darcy. But Darby, too.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Darcy.
are-
Never.
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
How many little people did he have?
Little people?
Oh, Trent Darby.
Oh, no, I don't want that. I want most famous. What am I doing? Hold on.
Trent Darby? Didn't he have little people?
Terrence.
He was a little person.
Darby.
Was he?
He's got a great couple of songs.
Don't overplay it.
He's kind of my hero.
Yeah, there's not a lot of...
Darcy's? Famous Darcy's?
Well,
I think
AI says the most famous Darcy is Darcy Lynn Farmer, a singer and ventriloquist who won season 12 of America's Got Talent.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, she was good.
Other famous Darcys include Darcy Blake, a Welsh footballer, Darcy Cameron, an Australian Roos footballer, Darcy Dallas, a Canadian ice hockey defenseman.
Hold on.
Yeah, but I'm talking about girl Darcys.
I'm just trying Darcy.
Wow, you may be right for the very first time.
Maybe for the very first time. I think I'm going to I went to LinkedIn, and there seems to be,
Tell me the prominent Darcy from LinkedIn. CEO of...
Well, she's not a CEO.
Okay. CFO of...
She works at Bank of America. So there you go.
All right.
I mean, maybe there was Darcy's before the internet, but Darcy Lynn the ventriloquist seems to be the most popular Darcy.
She is very talented. She can sing and do ventriloquism with her doll at the same time.
Darcy Lynn Farmer.
Hey, did you guys ever have a ventriloquist dummy?
Yeah, I have a terrifying story.
Let's hear that one.
So I have one of the old ventriloquist dummies, the ones from like the 70s.
Right now?
That like when they made a couple of movies that were horror movies with ventriloquist dolls.
Yeah, the Magic series.
Yeah, that was but I had one that looked similar.
Yeah.
And I remember
When you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember it wasn't the one that was really famous with the solid dark hair that was,
I had that one.
Yeah, everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
I
did not.
I had one that was a little
You didn't
different.
have a ventriloquist dummy?
No, he was in Victor. He had sock puppets. He had to have,
That's true.
He used his own socks.
Yeah. He
I had
sewed
friends.
buttons.
I had friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say you had friends. This is lefty and righty.
What the ventriloquist doll? What were you guys doing up there?
And so it was laying down one time, and I woke up, and it was staring right at me.
But it was still laying down?
Yeah, it was laying down, but it was like, just out of reach.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, okay, no big deal. And then I opened my eyes again, and I swear its head had moved.
Yeah.
Like
They're
a little
creepy.
different. And I'm like, no, did I just imagine that? Is that real? What? No, what? I had to call for my mom. I'm like, Mom. She comes in the room. I'm like, can you move that doll right there? Just move that doll. And she's like, what doll? I'm like, right there, the ventriloquist. Can you just move the doll? She's like, you want me to move your doll? I'm like, yeah, just move it anywhere. I don't care. Because I was like, if I get up and that thing gets up too, then I'm literally going to.
Another reason you need to celebrate your mother on Mother's Day.
Hello. She helped you.
Did you not watch The Twilight Zone when you were young?
Oh, yeah.
Ventriloquist doll. I would never own even a doll. No.
Yeah.
Too scary.
I had
Poltergeist.
Yeah. I think we got it out of the Sears catalog back then.
Did it have a monocle?
It might have come with one, but it didn't stay on if it did.
Wait, so at Christmas or a birthday, you were like, I want the ventriloquist doll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. I'm very worried about the two of
Did you have conversations with your doll? Like your doll would
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to you?
I could do the whole thing. Hi, I'm one. I don't know.
This really explains why you're not a golfer.
What happened to your doll?
I just threw it away. I don't know.
You just really? It's still trying to get back to you.
Why? Do you still have yours?
No.
Okay. Well, then you get rid of that creepy ass.
Yeah. What happens? There's a whole junk pile somewhere.
There's a
of
whole
old dolls.
universe of ventriloquist dolls waiting for you in a total multiverse.
I also
That would be terrifying.
I had the Muppets too, like Muppet Puffets.
Muppet Puffets?
Muppet Puppets. So, You know, one of my favorites was what was
Fozzie.
it?
No.
No,
Animal.
No, it was he's banned from Sesame Street.
He's
It's
banned.
Roosevelt Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Elementary school. I loved Roosevelt
But
Franklin.
your parents couldn't shop at the good section of the Muppet Puppets?
I'm just saying he was the best. He was hilarious.
He was pretty funny.
And so I loved him, and I had a puppet of
Wait,
Roosevelt
when you
Franklin.
mean you loved him.
I loved watching his show.
Okay.
His little show.
He took Roosevelt and his monocle one.
Yeah, Roosevelt Franklin was great. Now, I think I watched a video where I was like, yeah, maybe that wasn't appropriate. I had no idea. But he was so animated in the show and funny. So he was kind of like, what's his name? Bruno Mars. He reminded me of Bruno Mars.
You had
Like upbeat and just high energy. And
you
stuff.
have a Muppet puppet that reminds you of Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I wish I still had it. That would be money right now.
That might be.
You'd probably get $5,000 for that. Easy.
You just have him singing Bruno Mars songs the entire time.
Oh man, I'd love to
Think of the
eBay
TikTok
that.
videos you could make.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah. You'd be famous. If you can change him, Franklin, to Bruno, Mars, and do TikTok videos with that and just sing his songs, that would be great.
Why not?
You could mimic his voice.
Why not?
You'd be famous.
I'd like to see if eBay has a Roosevelt Franklin.
You can buy them right now.
No way.
Yeah.
On eBay?
On Zavi for $30.
No way. The puppet?
Yeah.
Oh. I think I'm
it's
going to have to
happening.
do it. I have to go back and get.
All right. Well, stay tuned for the new Bruno Mars specials on Damn Opinion.
Wow.
Okay. So what is the one thing your brain refuses to remember no matter how many times you learn it?
Can you repeat that?
No matter how many times.
Well, for one, my girlfriend's phone number. I have no idea what it is. I know the prefix.
What about her birthday, anniversary, or anything else?
I got everything else, but not. Well, I don't have her social security yet either. That, my friends, will be memorized tonight. Credit cards galore.
What's the one thing my brain can't remember? Wow. Most people forget things that are negative, by the way. As time goes forward. It's just an automatic thing. Your brain forgets the negative.
You have to be the hero of your own story. Like, I remember everybody I beat up, but I don't ever remember getting beat up. And I know I've been beat up. I'm like trying to think. I was sitting there talking.
Just mentally blocked it.
Yeah, I'm like, I know I've had my ass kicked a bunch of times, but do I remember that? No. Just the times I won, by golly.
Passwords would be the easy answer because you're like, oh, I know my password. No, I don't know my password.
Oh, so I've got this thing. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but when you're talking about passwords, what really gets me is the password hints. Like, who is your best friend? And
at the time?
like, okay, well, I have really two good friends at the time, like Mark. So wouldn't I do Mark? And then I go back and it's like, how come I didn't put Mark? Like, what is going on?
Favorite sports team could be 3.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so, especially like, okay, I went to Mount Shasta High School. What high school did you go to? Now, did I put in Mount Shasta High School?
Spelled it out?
Did I spell out the Mount? Did I put an MT period? Should I put an MT? Did I go Mount Shasta? Did I go Mount Shasta School? Shasta School? MSHS? I don't know what I put down.
He's right.
And it's mind-boggling. So I have a solution. And the solution is
Password manager?
no, because those don't click. Those don't work.
Facial
Okay?
recognition?
No, it is not that. It's very simple. You have a word, let's say it's football, and then you just take the last word of these hints. So what was your favorite what was the name of your favorite pet? And then you write pet, the last word of the question, football, all one word. And then you always get it because you're like, what's the last word? Pet, football. So sometimes people call me up You know, like we're just gonna
guess what I'm breaking into tonight.
I was just gonna say, guess who's hacking Bill?
No, it's not football. Okay, I just made up a word. But like I've had people go, okay, so what high school? Where did you graduate from high school? And I'd be like, school football. And they're like, okay. What's the name of your favorite pet? Pet football. Okay. And they don't get it. But think about it. These hints suck so bad because, like, let's say you were to divorce your wife and they know everything about you. And so then they could be like, oh, I know his first pet's name was, Corky or whatever, right? So they know everything. You can't hide it from people who actually know you. So it's a stupid thing.
Why are you always concerned about these exes coming back to spite you?
Let's just say I've had some experience. Let's just say that.
Let's just say Bill has a type.
So anyway, what was the original question?
What's the one thing you can't remember?
Your brain refuses to remember no matter how many times you learn it.
It had to be probably some recipe. It has to be some recipe that I'm always like,
your mom's
I'll remember
cornbread.
This. I'll remember this. And I never do.
Yeah.
And I have to go looking it up every time. Oh, I'll remember that next time.
That's usually why you have a recipe card or you have your recipe written down.
Yeah, but you think you would know this after making it like 50 times. No.
But you only make it once a year.
Well, that's true.
Well, I'll be honest. Mine is driver's license. I really have. I mean,
You don't know your driver's license number?
I think I've got it, but I'm never absolutely positively.
Oh,
sure.
Bill is spot on. That was going to be my answer.
What?
I never know. I know the first
How
two.
do you
I
not
know the letter and the number. I don't know the rest.
I
of
have known my driver's license number since I was able to drive.
I just don't. That's just one that does not go in my brain. I know my social. I know everything else. I do not know my driver's license.
Yeah, the driver's license is a killer for me. Yeah. What
That's
I love
amazing to me that you don't remember that.
Yeah, I really don't know. What's the first letter of your driver's license?
A.
And then, just kidding.
What's the last?
Yeah,
5.
really? Okay. Well, I know I'm a C and a 2. How about that?
I'm a C as well.
But I can't be
Why do you
positive.
guys have C's? That's
Why
weird.
do you have an A?
Because at one time, this is kind of weird. At one time, I had a driver's license, and then I went out of state, and they gave me an ID. And when I came back, they used the same number that my ID was for my driver's license. They gave me another one. So I got an A.
Well, that's, you know how like social security numbers, it used to be wherever you were born,
Yep.
it had the same first 3 letters, like I'm a 555 and it was California. So now they don't do that. They just randomize it. But if you're an older person, you can go,
your prefix is 555?
yeah, isn't that awesome?
That is cool.
Yeah, the rest is nothing repeating. It sucks. Yeah. What's your prefix?
531.
Because that was probably Pennsylvania. You're born in Pennsylvania. What's yours?
I'm not saying on the air.
You can say the
you
prefix.
can say the prefix.
I don't care.
Really? Because the other aunt.
He can't remember.
Oh my gosh. You don't remember?
Of course I remember.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, mine is 555. Everybody, see if you can guess the rest. But I don't challenge you. I mean, I know you can do it. Don't worry about it. All right.
Wow. So that was it? Yours was driver's license also?
Yeah, I can never remember it. There's other things, little things that you haven't done it in a while. Like I used to have this big 6-man tent, and every time I go to put it up, it's like, how do I put that damn thing up? I put it up multiple times. It's like, well, how do I put it up?
Yeah.
And I would forget. But the driver's license one, no matter what. And I'm like, I'm going to remember. And then I go, so what's your driver's license? I don't know. Then I got to look at it.
Oh, and the same thing goes for my license plate too, because I don't have anything that is, duplicate or anything.
I think the most common thing for most people is jokes.
Oh, that's
Because
true.
you'll hear the best joke ever in your life, and you're like, I'm going to remember that. And the next day, you don't remember.
The hard part is I get older. I can't remember people's names sometimes. It's like, what was their name? It was Bob. It was Bob, Robert, Bob. I'm terrible at it.
I know. Do you have like a couple of jokes that you just put in the memory banks in case you need to tell one?
No.
Yeah. What's the difference between a pile of dead babies and a Corvette?
Go ahead.
I don't have a Corvette in my garage.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
It's not bad.
Mine is, what do you call it? What do you call?
You can't even remember now.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
No idea.
Here we go now.
Got an idea for a topic? Who knows? We may reach out and use your suggestion on air. Let us know and visit damnopinion.com. So I was thinking the other day. Right?
Oh, that's always scary.
I know. You know, you've seen those little memes or videos about if you had 100 humans, take on one gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
Or you've had, or you have,
Yes.
1 million men take on 100 gorillas, right? And they battle it out. I'm thinking, could you actually do that? Could 100 people take out a gorilla? And then I actually found out the truth. I think, yes, they could, but it wouldn't be the way you see it in the little cartoons. Because everyone just runs at the gorilla and like they're going to fight it with their fists and one at a time, and the gorilla's going to win. But I found out gorillas, Silverback, they tire pretty quickly. So it's like they have this massive adrenaline rush, 10 to 20 times the strength of one human. They're going to crush a bunch of people, but they won't make it through 100 humans. They're going to get pretty tired, and the humans will eventually overpower.
Well, and they're not aggressive, so they'd be like, what's going on? And a good dozen would probably get severely injured if not killed.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
But 100 would overwhelm.
Well, yeah,
one gorilla.
and if humans work together, you'll conquer them.
And again, you're not going to go, hey gorilla, go.
Yeah.
The gorillas be like, why are these people coming at me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the first you are going to get their arms ripped out of their socket.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
All you have to do, though, is these 25 people go for the right arm. These 25 people go for the left arm. And you just pin them down, and then they're dead.
How about you
Somebody's getting some collateral damage.
you get 2 humans sacrificed, and one human just punches the eyes out of the gorilla?
Yeah.
Forget the gorilla. I think it'd be much more fun if 100 people took on a hippo or an elephant.
Yeah.
Now you try and
elephant
take
would be
that
interesting.
down. Good luck.
I don't think 100 people could knock over an elephant.
I doubt it.
That would be
I think
interesting.
the elephant is less dangerous than a hippo. I think that hippo would tear you up.
Uh-huh.
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
You can't. Yeah, they're mean.
Yeah.
and they're fast on when they run. Have you seen them run?
Yeah. Have you seen them swim?
Oh yeah, they're super fast.
They are so fast, so mean, so ornery. I mean, they look so cute.
That'd be much more fun than a gorilla.
So
100 guys against a hippo.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd win.
No.
So it got me thinking, could I take on 100 first graders and win?
No.
I think I could.
No, I don't think so. You'd be out of breath in 2 minutes.
Well, I might, but I would grab one of them and use it just like a swing. You know how you grab their arms, you just start swirling around?
Oh, yeah.
I think I could take out 50 of them that way.
But yeah, the other thing is,
Maybe 15 or 20, because your club would be pulp after a little bit.
I'd have to grab another one.
You have to grab another one. And then by that time, you'd be out of breath.
but you also have to know what you're dealing with. If they're all first graders, you could take one kid, just tear them apart, and they would be so fearful they'd run from you, right?
True.
So, they're not smart enough to team up just yet. Now, they might eventually team up just for self-preservation. But I think that you could probably kill a lot of them.
All you got to do is have candy in your pockets and throw it at them.
Yeah.
They get distracted and you could take half of them out.
Do a lot of acting. Okay, time out. Stuff like that.
Could you take on 10 teenagers?
No. If you're talking like, 14-year-olds, no.
Could you take on a dozen
In my
11-year-olds?
In my college days, I did take on, it was like 4 12-year-olds. And I still have a restraining order against that. No, I took on 4 12-year-olds because it was like, they're like, okay, Mark, see if you can, we can take him down to the ground. They couldn't. 4 12-year-olds couldn't bring me down to the ground. I just kept like flinging them off me.
But if they tickled you, it would be all over.
Did they have pants on?
Stop it, guys. You're tickling.
Did you initiate this or did they?
Again, the restraining order. Oh my gosh.
But see, I because it's all over now. This 100 men against a gorilla.
Yes.
And so I did the research, and it's like it's a Reddit article from like 2020. And then somehow it's gained more steam on TikTok and stuff like that because they do have like a Reddit deal where it's like who would win? Who would win?
Sure.
In a
Well, they did
fight.
this between animals.
Yeah.
You know, a tiger and a shark. Okay, well, come on, guys.
Yeah.
If you just, first of all, that's not a good pairing.
Apples, oranges.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a good pairing. But
100 guys would eventually take down a gorilla. It's too many. Again, unless you're going 1 or 2 at a time, then they're all 100 are going to get toast.
James, do you think you could take down a 60-pound mountain lion?
No.
Okay.
No. You think you could take down a 60-pound mountain lion?
No, it all depends if it knew I was there or not.
I could with a gun. No, that's a strong animal.
What about a bobcat?
You seen the claws on that thing?
You think you could take down a bobcat? Bobcat's like 25, 30 pounds, maybe.
I don't know.
You just can't let their feet get toward you.
You think?
Everything else is, I mean, if you can grab them from the behind and just hold on, then I think you could kill them.
We're still talking about the bobcat, right?
Oh, I'm not talking about first graders?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
making sure.
It's still pretty muscular. I mean, you're going to have to sneak up, grab it around the throat, and snap its neck instantly. Because you're trying to wrestle with that thing, it's going to get a hold of you.
That's really mean.
It's going to get a hold of you. And those claws are going to hurt.
I think most wild animals we don't have the ability to just take on with bare hands.
I can take on a squirrel.
Even raccoons. I don't think we could take on raccoons. We could try and take on raccoons, but I think they could really hurt us.
Squirrel.
Raccoons
You
are
could
fast.
kill a raccoon.
Raccoons are fast, man. Have
One
you
raccoon.
seen them react?
Yeah, and they're
They'd
tough.
be biting your hands, your arms. They'd be scratching you.
Yes.
I don't think you'd be able to hold on to it.
Yeah, but eventually you can find its throat and kill it.
Eventually, after you look like a pincushion.
Yeah, for sure.
I won.
Well, here's the one that I want to know. Who would win between a gorilla and an orangutan? Right?
Haven't you watched Planet of the Apes?
Well, in Planet of the Apes, the gorillas win, right?
No, who's the
Who's the smart one?
The orangutan.
Yeah. But
Dr. Zayas? Dr. Zayas.
so you know that orangutans are so strong. I mean, they are super strong. And back in the old days, in the circus, you would pay $5 to box with an orangutan.
That's stupid.
And these
the
guys,
reach alone would
exactly.
crazy.
They have this long reach, and then they get in the ring, and the orangutan just takes its boxing gloves and just knocks them out in one swat. And you get these big guys, and it's just like, I would pay to see that. I would love. I wonder if it's on YouTube. It's probably illegal.
Can we put an orangutan against the Rock?
It may not be on YouTube. It's probably on, what's that other one? 4chan. It's probably on 4chan or something like that.
Yeah, I never really thought about alternate YouTube video stuff, but yeah, 4chan, I'm sure. There you go.
I bet you James would watch an orangutan take on the Rock.
The Rock would lose.
I know.
All my money's on the orangutan.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So are you guys getting all these things from like TikTok and other things? The 100?
I don't have TikTok.
No. So where are you getting it? Because I get it everywhere I go.
I just
Regular news.
just-
it's just
I saw it on the regular news.
okay.
They were talking about it, and they were going to bring in, like, next up, and they were going to talk to some zoologist or something, and I was like,
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Because when it comes to 100 men, we just have the ability to coordinate, and that's our biggest strength. Right?
slow news day.
Yeah.
I changed it. I was like, holy smokes. I think there's other stuff going on in the world than can 100 men take on a gorilla.
The Romans wouldn't think so. Colosseum was built for that.
Oh, well, now, I've said before, you know this. It would still be the best television. It would be the #1 show across every network.
Oh yeah.
If you had convicts against gorillas or each other, whatever. Everybody on death row, put them together and televise it like Running Man. It'd be the #1 show in America.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
It'd be the #1 show in the world.
It would be pretty good.
Everyone would watch. Would you watch?
Heck yeah, I would.
I'm entertained by those Asian people who basically wear masks and have little honker things that they're basically swinging around. And when you hit somebody, they scream or they yell and they just keep hitting them again. I mean, have you seen those videos?
No.
No.
Oh,
Once
they're
again, I
hilarious.
don't have
Okay.
TikTok.
They'll have like a kazoo in their mouth and they'll be wearing like these little rubber chickens that squeak when they walk around. And then what happens is one of them has a belt and everyone's trying to avoid the one with the belt, but they're all blindfolded.
Okay.
And they just swing, and if you hit somebody, they're like, and the kazoo goes off, and the person's running away with these little squeaker feet.
I've seen that.
Hilarious.
And they're like kind of hiding on jungle gyms and stuff like that, right?
Your algorithm is very different.
Oh, it's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
How about the Being Quiet in the Library show? Have you seen that one? Mm-mm. It's where they're like, it's an Asian show, and they're like from Japan, I guess. I think it is. And there's everybody sit, and you have to be quiet in the library. And so then they open up little notes of things that they have to do, like, you know, put a clothespin on your nose, and so it might be painful, and then they'll screech out, or it might just be funny, and then somebody will laugh, and then they'll beat up the person that laughed or giggled or whatever. It's hilarious.
I'm sure it is.
I gotta find it. It's great.
Just abuse you into submission.
Yeah, it's really funny though.
MXC is still my favorite.
What is it?
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Look it up on YouTube. It's from like the 90s, and there was a show in Japan, I think it is, called Tashi's Castle. And
I know what you're talking about.
they took it and they dubbed over it in like it's American comedians dubbed over what they're actually saying, and it's like a game show, and you do these. I mean, you run across stones, across water, you smash into each other, and the two hosts are being dubbed over by two comedians. So they're doing stuff kind of like what we're doing. Oh, God, that's really going to hurt and stuff like that. It is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
MXC.
Yeah,
still the best show.
And they'll have like giant boulders coming down, and they have to go up against the wall.
And their teams will be like, you know, the Real Housewives against Ditch Diggers or something like that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
There's some good wipeouts in that show.
I think the ultimate joke at the end is if you can record something and put it in your coffin while people are there at your funeral. You know, that would be great. Let me out. Somebody let me out.
Somebody did that. You've seen that
I've
on
seen
TikTok. Yeah, that's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
So what's something you thought you needed as an adult and never used once?
Do I still have my condom in my wallet?
Well, it's not diapers, I can tell you that. That's for sure.
Speak for yourself.
Your wallet just had the circle on it from having it in your wallet forever.
I could never find it.
You used it and it was dust.
Wait, did you have a condom in your wallet when you were at any point in time?
Was your wallet Velcro?
I had a Velcro wallet.
Everybody had a Velcro
in high
wallet.
school. Yeah,
For sure.
Everybody had a Velcro wallet.
Yeah.
Had an OP Velcro wallet.
Yeah.
What's the one thing? Chop saw? Table saw?
For you, it's any yard work
Jigsaw?
tool at all.
I should just say any construction tool.
Yeah, I'm going to totally use this hammer when I'm an adult. Oh,
Yes.
look it's a sponge. I'll use that instead. Dishwasher soap.
Well, you know, you think you're going to use your math education, but you really don't very much.
What career are you in?
Like I'm just saying.
I was just going to say I'm very concerned about it.
Well, what I mean is like the calculus, the algebra. You don't really use calculus.
you never
or algebra.
took calculus.
That's true, and I never had to use it. Everybody told me I had to use it, and it's like, no. When do you have to use it?
But you didn't think you'd use it. Not
Engineers.
somebody else. What is something you thought
Yes.
you would need as an adult but never use?
Oh, okay.
You thought. For me, it'd be my spacesuit. I thought I'd need my spacesuit when I became an adult as a kid, but I thought I'd be an astronaut.
Do you still have your spacesuit?
Well, I never had one, but I thought I would need one as an adult
I was about to say, what is wrong with you?
because I wanted to be an astronaut, but that never happened.
Well, that means you shifted to furries since that time. So what about the furry suit?
Well, we don't talk about that.
Okay. What about you, Bill?
As far as what I thought I need, I was not prepared. I was just going to go into it wide-eyed, and I didn't have any pre-thought.
Like all of your life. Just
Exactly.
totally unprepared.
Like, did you guys sit as a kid, did you sit there and think, okay, when I'm an adult, I'm really going to have to get a spacesuit? No, you did not think that.
Because I was going to be an astronaut.
Okay. So you thought, I'm easily going to be an astronaut, and I'm going to need a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Okay. I just never thought about anything except for I just knew I needed to get a job when I got older.
No, you needed your puppet is what you needed.
My puppet.
Yeah, you had a puppet. Remember, we were talking about this on one of the last episodes.
Are we talking about Roosevelt Franklin?
Yes.
Elementary school. Yeah.
You were worried about the puppet and not adult things.
That's true, and I still am. Look at what we're looking at right now.
Very true.
Okay, just so you know, we're in a podcast room. It is my room. It has a piano. It has a joust machine, like from the 80s.
Full on
arcade game. And we're looking at a version of Iron Man, a giant statue of Iron Man.
And two bass guitars.
2 bass guitars, a fantasy football trophy that has pink twinkle things on it.
Yep.
We've got
multiple Lego sets,
and some astronaut figures. There's your astronauts.
And a snow globe.
Yeah.
So figure that one out.
Yeah.
There's penguins in space.
Penguins in space.
A bag of dice.
Yes.
Some pink table. I don't even know what that is.
That is for like Pilates, apparently. And some weights, which I'm not using. My girlfriend is using those.
So that would be it right there.
Yeah.
Weights.
That's the only adult thing. Yeah, I thought I would have to have weights, and turns out I don't need them. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's this podcast.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Damnopinion.com